Here we go. Hey, it's Brian G. Johnson. And if you're listening to this replay broadcast, thanks for clicking the button. I wanted to come on today, go live every week. That's going to be my goal. And I want to talk about your goals as we move forward with our YouTube journey as we enter into 2024. So it's great to see a number of people here in the live stream. The audio seems like it's working just fine. That's fantastic. I'm going to minimize a few tabs here. Looking good. Geology dude, what's going on? Nice to have you here. Brian is in the house. Pamela is in the house too. Pamela, it is wonderful to see you. And you know, Pamela, goodness, where did I put it? I already lost it again, but I found all those cables I lost. Literally, hey, there she is. Simply inspired. Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Cabin Dweller, what is happening? Good to see the people filing in on this lovely live stream on a Thursday night. And yeah, this is kind of the new look. It's the same look, but it's different. Let's do this. If you want to grow your channel, I want to share something I've been thinking about quite a bit lately. And it's this: the more you feel at home in the space you record, the more you feel at ease, the better off you're going to be. And one of the things I noticed about this space is, number one, it's a lovely space. It's beautiful. And I feel so grateful that I have this space to. One moment. And I feel that that was such a perfect thing that just happened because, you know, I started really talking about how you feel when you create content, when you begin your video, whether it's live stream, you're recording a video, your screen capture, gameplay, it really doesn't matter. But for me, one of the things that I've been challenged with is this studio has a lot of low ceilings, and trying to get everything lined up and be able to stand has been really challenging. And when I look back, when I was at my best, when I was publishing videos that were driving hundreds of thousands, even millions of views, I was standing. And that is without question when I'm at my best. So, you know, making your own space, your space that you feel comfortable in, is really powerful. And you may not know what that is, even if you've been in your space a while. Like, try different things. Record some videos sitting, record some videos standing, try some jump cuts, try vlogging, try different things to find out what really resonates with you and, you know, how you feel the best, because I think that's really going to come across in your video content, allowing you to capture that attention that, you know, the whole internet today is run off attention. Whoever's got it is really going to be able to move forward. Print on demand. What is going? RJ, it's so nice to see you, brother. Alex, I got it right. Look. Oh my God, I'm doing terrible. Look, these names again. You guys, throw me a bone. What is up? This guy. Someone help me with that name. Luigi? Is it Luigi? Let's just say Luigi. Oh my goodness. And RJ, I love seeing what you've been doing with print on demand for so long. You know, the thumbnail for this live stream, I've just ordered the t-shirts and the sweatshirts. And, you know, one of the things to consider is you might have heard about like branding, having your own merch, moving forward. And if it's something you really want to do, well, first off, you got to check out RJ. He's got some really amazing information. The other thing I would say is it'll come to you once you really get in the zone. And the thing I want to encourage you with is to just focus on making great videos above all and everything here on this platform. Because once you do that, I think you will find your mojo. Pamela mentioned mojo, and that'll allow you to really come up with fun slogans. And just the other day, it's Thursday, November 28th. And have you published or smashed the like button? It's a little out of focus, right? Because, you know, it's focusing on me, great Sony camera, but you kind of get the idea. Is it gonna, there it is. Look at that. Smash or smash the publish button. And the whole idea about this t-shirt, and it's probably something I'm going to say, is it's so easy for us to get excited and smash the like button for other creators. And it can be hard too to smash the publish button. I was in a funk for a very long time, but I will say that, you know, eventually, as long as we're feeling healthy and able to, like, I think people that really love crafting and creating content will be able to do just that. And I want to, you know, encourage you to think about, you know, moving forward and publishing the very best you can. Homekeeping channel, nice to see you again. So good. Here we go. Here comes a question. I'm excited because this is my new content strategy. You guys are going to hear about some pretty amazing content strategies that I'm implementing right now. More money, more views, easy. It's all good. Here comes our first question. Where was it? Good content, good advice. What do you recommend when views drop on a channel? Great question. Here's the thing to consider. The very best thing to do is just focus, is to keep it simple and focus on crafting. Let's try this again. Okay, here comes the question. What do you recommend when views drop on a channel? I'm getting this down. You guys are going to learn what I'm doing, but not yet. Here's what's up. Focus on crafting and creating a great video and do your best to be happy with where you're at in the journey. Because fact of the matter is, I am the guy that published a video that drove 1.9 million views and was the #1 term for how to get more views on YouTube for about 2 years. That video drove around 2,000 views a day. And I've got other videos that have driven 800,000 views, 400,000 views. But that is the past. And where I'm at right now is amazing. I've got people telling me, you know, thank you. I have people reaching out and commenting. I have people showing up. I have coaching clients that have used the strategies and tactics. So that propels me forward. And no matter where you're at, I want to encourage you to look at what you do have: knowledge, skills. You've got experience on YouTube, and just to do your best to be happy with where you're at. Because at that point, it's easier to continue moving forward. And the more we're able to move forward, well, obviously, the more likely we can continue to publish. And success takes momentum on this platform. Like for me right now, these were my goals when coming back from a channel where I hadn't uploaded in over 200 and some days. I simply wanted to publish videos, connect with my audience, and get the momentum going. Not with an algorithm. I just wanted to get comfortable with publishing once again. So that's what I've been up to. You know, like I'm wearing these glasses. These are the blue blocker glasses. I've been looking at screens, watching videos. I've been studying, and I've been just, hey, this is a beautiful thing. I'm pretty healthy. I've got a good amount of energy, enough days of the week to be able to make content, and I can make it happen. But it's probably not going to happen in one video. However, I know that if I course forward and I think about that long game, let me tell you, I can make it happen, and so can you. So thank you so much for your question. Really want to thank you for stopping by. Did I see, I guess I did not see, yeah. I didn't see a comment, or I thought there might have been a sticker thing. What's up, my friend Manshed? Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate seeing you guys here in the stream today. 30 people, just, you know, spur of the moment. And again, I was thinking, oh, you know, someone might think, yeah, it'd be so helpful if you could schedule things, and I'll do that. What I used to do is I used to live stream regularly on Friday. And maybe I'll do that Friday afternoon. The week's kind of closing down. You know, I've done live training with my coaching clients. I've published some videos, or I've got one queued up for release on Sunday morning, and I would go live. And as I said, all I'm doing right now is just getting in the momentum and in the feel of going live on a regular basis, publishing videos on a regular basis, uploading shorts and publishing those, and looking across at a content strategy that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt can get me what I'm after. Mario and Luigi. Okay. Oh, I'm such a goofball. I'm sorry I had such a hard time with that. Print on demand. RJ Martinez says, awesome, man. So many different ideas that we can do in this world at our fingertips. We just need the internet to make money. That is true. You know what? Like, I feel so blessed that I was the guy that had the audacity just to give it a try back in the day. You know, I walked away from a job that paid me about 30,000 a year in 2002, and I was maybe making 45 or 50K a year online. And this is 2002. So there was no YouTube, there was no Facebook. I was building websites because that's kind of what you did 20 years ago. And that opportunity that we had 20 years ago has only amplified and skyrocketed. And we have so much possibility, whether it's creating content here on YouTube, whether it's, publishing a blog or writing a book or creating merchandise. RJ is big on Amazon merch, and I know that's something he does so well with, and it's pretty neat. Autobot Simmer, I wish my funk will stop. Hey, you know what, my friend? Go outside for a walk. And that is a really great way to kind of clear up the cobwebs. I haven't done it in a while, and I really need to. I did that for 3 years when I took a step back when I was kind of going through that traumatic time in my life. And I really connected with nature, got into wildlife photography, and was super helpful. And the other thing is, I think we can get so hung up on views, and it can be mentally discouraging, and it can be hard to find the ambition to move forward. But I know it's possible, and I know you can do it, and I want to encourage you to do just that. Hey gang, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the question or comment box, and I will do my best. Stephen, success is the goal. What is happening? Good to see you, my friend. What is going on? We got Steven, next level YouTuber, hand purple blue piece. Good to see you, Brian. Good to see you too, my friend. You know what? I have had a really great week, and I'm super excited. I'm looking around my studio, and I started talking about that a little bit. And I have torn down this studio so many times, which might seem really kind of crazy. Like, why would you set up and tear down? But really, I'm trying to get different angles for different scenes. And furthermore, one of the things I thought about, I mentioned this, is I want to be able to stand when I'm recording videos, and the ceilings are low in this basement. So I had to really get creative, but I actually have something extremely creative, multicam, and we'll see how good it's going to work. But I know I've got angles good to go, and the live stream station, the battle station is good to go, and things are coming together. And that's my message for you today too, is again, those small steps can really move forward. I smashed the publish button 3 times this week, and that is amazing. And I'd love to know, everybody here right now, we've got 36 people. What did you do in the last month? How often have you smashed that publish button, whether it's a short, live stream, video, doesn't matter. Let me know. I'd love to know about, where you're at right now. And if it's not a lot, that's okay. I didn't publish for a long time. And one of the things to consider is to be creative and to be at the top of your game. Sometimes we have to go away for a while. Sometimes we have to refresh our batteries. Sometimes we have to be inspired. And I wasn't for a long time. You don't see the very best musicians releasing a new album every 6 months. It just doesn't happen. Sometimes it's years and years, because that creative process, oftentimes we can definitely find that through the act of doing and practicing, but oftentimes we need time away too. What is going on? Lots of welcomes. Good question, says Homekeeping Channel. I just finished crafting tomorrow morning's short. Stephen, that is amazing, man. I'm digging shorts. I'm more of a long form content guy. And I've got so many video ideas I'm working on. Definitely looking at a few. I have two ready to film. They're scripted out. Um, yeah, it's all good stuff. Congratulations on getting those ready to go. Hey, we got Doug Hewson in the house, and as always, we just want to say, Doug, thank you so much for all you do and all you've done for so long in the community. Really amazing. And I'm going to tell myself right now, and this is one of my tricks, is I'll just verbally communicate to hear the words coming out of my mouth. One of the tricks I'm doing is I'm using my live streams and then I'm kind of pushing them into shorts and whatnot. And I want to see a question. I want to highlight it on the screen. I want to read it, and then I want to take it off the screen. So when I repurpose that, I have kind of a clean angle. Another thing I'm doing is I'm shooting with a wide angle lens, and it's a little further away from me. So hopefully, like the short will look good. It'll look sharp. I'm digging the lighting. That's another thing that I did over the last 3 years is I completely tore down all my old lighting, and I got set up with some really beautiful Amaran tube lights. And it's so modular. And that's one of the things I've really wanted with this studio, to be able to change things around really quickly and fast. And I'm getting, I don't even know if I'm close. I might be there at this point. And again, I've just put in a ridiculous amount of time making that happen. Doug, good to see you. Geology dude saying hello. Miles says, recently published videos in your niche that are doing good, 100K views in a month. And take note. Wow. Woo. That is fantastic. Amazing, my friend. Congratulations. Simply inspired. That's a long time to be away. I missed you. Glad you're back. Oh, thank you so much. Sheena, right? Took me a minute to remember. I'm pretty sure. Let me know. Leave me a comment. I see names on Facebook, but then it's YouTube channel names. I can only do so much up here. Keep the videos coming. Hey, what's really exciting is I want to share some things. Like, number one, the best way to get views on YouTube is to really create something that people haven't watched before. Now, you might think that's really hard to do, and you're right. However, the moment you say that's my goal, that's what I want to do, and you start getting the wheels turning and you research and you think about how to make that happen, I guarantee you will come up with powerful ideas because you just tasked your brain and you told it what to do. So as you move forward, think about doing just that, because it is so very powerful. And I've been watching a ton of videos on the state of YouTube, and I have one kind of an intro was started and an idea, and it could be, a 10-minute kind of video essay on the state of YouTube and where we are today versus, do you guys remember broadcast yourself? It ain't that today. It's really different. It's corporate, it's big, it's channels being run by teams of people. And I want to make a video kind of just romanticizing and reminiscing about the YouTube of old and personality driven channels. And they're still out there, but there's some things that are rather interesting. And I want to, share my thoughts and ideas with you. And that's one of the things that I'm working on. Hit those thumbs up. I appreciate it. Yes, Stephen. Cheers, Brian, and I respect to the chat and respect to the chat. Far out, I dig it. Building a website back then too. Yeah. Adventures gone wrong. What's going on? Anybody here build websites back in the day? I actually started a new website, got a domain, brianjohnson.photography, spent a bunch of money getting that up and running. And when I was coming back, I was kind of thinking a few things. Like, number one, I need to do something long-term, have impact, support people moving forward, support myself, make money. And I thought about, like, moving forward in a new direction, wildlife photography, what it would take. And I just felt like, you were really good at YouTube. Back in the day, those videos were were fun and engaging and a little quirky. Not, I don't think I often think I'm so quirky and definitely, but not outlandish. And so yeah, it kind of just brought me back the days of websites and trying different things, building websites, different niches. And, when I stepped away from YouTube, which was really at the height of my channel, 2019, I published once a month, and then it was once every other month. And the last break was like 8 months. And now I'm back. I'm the thing that really excites me is that I mentioned just a minute ago, the best way to crush YouTube is to create new, fun, and innovative ideas, video ideas that are new and fresh. That's hard, but the moment you say that's what I want to do, then you're going to find your way forward. And the thing I don't want to do is just dial it in. And I was doing that for 3 years because I didn't have the ability to focus at a high level. And I do now, right? Because it's becoming more normal, my day-to-day life. And that really excites me. So yeah. How about you? Like, what excites you about YouTube right now? The plant-powered runner. I dig it. Nice to see you doing the live stream. Yeah. I mean, why not? Here's the deal. Like, for me, I definitely may just, decide on a day like I used to do. I used to live stream on Friday afternoons and close down my week. And that was it. Hit that publish button, smash the publish button. Like to do smash the publish button, even though it's blurry. But right now I'm just gaining that momentum, like I said. So it's pretty exciting. It's been over 700 days since my last video. Yeah, one of the things to consider is for me when I uploaded once again, the only goal, and I've done this multiple times, depending on how long your break has been and how much in the game you are. So in 2019, I was at the high point in my YouTube days, right? And I was hitting on all levels. The videos, it was just like one after another. In a 6-month period, I published a bunch of videos that did very, very well. And I'd take a month off and I was busy doing stuff. And when I came back, it was very strategic because I was still at a high level. It felt a little awkward, but I still, I had it up here. I knew exactly what to do, but that was not the case, now. And all I wanted to do was do the best I could to make a good video. And that's it. Just publish a video. And then I was amazed by the reception, the comments. And then it was, let's upload another one. And I was kind of feeling a little manic because I saw hey, there's still a lot of people that, want to see what I can share and my thoughts and whatnot. And now I'm slowing down a little bit, enough just to focus on making one really great video a week and maybe one pretty good video a week. Like that would be the ideal publishing frequency with me, and then go live and then publish shorts along the way. And I think that would be really powerful. But when I came back, my friend, it was just, just publish a video. And I'm not sure, it's really hard to tell from text chat, but it would appear that you're struggling and you feel like you want to publish, or maybe not. But if you do, I would encourage you just to keep it simple. Miles, quack. The studio looks awesome. Yeah, thank you, my friend. What's really cool too is a lot of these lights that you're seeing, or these two that are up high, those are currently plugged in. But a lot of these are battery powered, and I can move them around. And again, that makes it modular for me. So I can film in all different kinds of angles. I'm even going to try a video. I don't know if it'll be multi-camera or multicast, or what do they call it? You got basically having multiple cameras all recording at the same time. I'll wear a wireless mic. And then my plan is to jump in and just kind of riff off a video that I've got, ready to go, and then cut it up in real fun, engaging ways. And I'm excited to try that. I'm looking at the studio. And like I said, I kind of led with that. If you missed it, if you're just dropping in now, 50 people. Hey, if you're a content creator and you made it here, I'm wondering, did you smash the publish button the last week, the last month? How are you doing with that? Where are you at mentally? Are you on top of your game? Are you excited but a little timid? Are you a little freaked out about publishing? Whatever the case may be, it's great to have you here. We're talking YouTube, and let's answer some questions. So I published twice this week. Guitar for Beginners with Dave. Dave, that's amazing. Way to go, brother. What's happening? My buddy from Sodbusters Metal Detecting sent me over great content. I learned awesome. I'm glad you're learning. I have a buddy here in Colorado, Ken. We were on a coaching call yesterday. Pamela was there too, if she's still in the chat. I think she is. And yeah, he's into metal detecting. Okay, let's see if I can find a question. I'm going to scroll way down. 10 minutes question. Here we go. Yeah, okay. So, Patrick Hill, what do you do if you're a beginner and you're just striving to move forward with YouTube? You know, you hear you got to focus on a niche, and that's really powerful. And I think it's the easiest way to grow. But early, you may not be sure. And I think something that's more powerful is to simply course forward and find your way. Because when we start, we're not really sure. Now, for me, when I started, I knew exactly I wanted to learn YouTube and report back. And I had the audacity to have this mindset that I'm going to teach YouTube with my first videos uploaded. Now, to be fair, I had a strategy, and some of my first videos, they weren't quite YouTube growth. They were video editing, which is related to YouTube growth. And then later, as I moved forward, I slowly started to transition straight into YouTube algorithm. Some of those videos did exceptionally well after about a year and a half on the platform, but a year and a half, it took me a lot longer because I just had to learn. I had to take what I got, good or bad, indifferent. It's what I got, and do the best I can with it and learn and improve. A lot of that was delivery. So if you're just getting started, I would encourage you to absolutely think about what would be a good direction from my channel, but don't get too hung up. And if it messes with you in the head, and a lot of this stuff does, right? Because, we want to move forward. We want to get exceptional results. And it can be discouraging, but I promise you this. In fact, I guarantee if you publish regularly, and it's easier to do that when you're starting out, it's the excitement is amazing, and you continue to move forward, and you strive to learn the basis of crafting great videos rather than just, worrying about what time to upload or what day is the best and what tag should I use. You will do amazing. So, congratulations. I'm really excited for you, and you can do it. So Jorg has got a really interesting question, saying that since I'm a legend, and I definitely don't think I'm a legend. I'm just a guy who likes to figure things out, and I'm really curious to find out how far I can go. And the only way I can know is by getting in there and making it happen, trying different things, being brave enough to make mistakes. What I will say is when I came to YouTube, I have a lot of cameras today. Just pulling away here to grab this amazing Sony A1 here. This is one of my cameras I use when I do wildlife photography and videography. And when I started, I didn't know anything about this camera. This controls the shutter speed, aperture settings. All I knew was the core fundamentals of how human beings want to identify and find things online. And that's what I first studied way back in the day, some 21 years ago. And I built websites around what they were searching for. And that allowed me to drive a lot of traffic in a lot of different ways. And a lot of those strategies still apply today. And I think once you focus on the core fundamentals of what people want, okay, and then trying to move forward and create content that's based on those wants and desires, then it just becomes a whole lot easier. The rub though is we have to decide ourselves how far we're willing to go. And if I make that video that reminisces and romanticizes about YouTube in the era of YouTube broadcast yourself, today there are some things happening that make me really sad. Some directions with the content, and so much emphasis is placed on retention to the point of, we can't even breathe anymore in a video. Got to cut that out. Got to keep that pace moving fast. Got to jump cut, jump cut, jump cut. There are so many videos that are over edited. So it's like, on one hand, I understand exactly what to do. And at the core, based on the question, the most important thing is understanding the human psychology, understanding exactly what people are searching for, and then crafting content around that. And on the other hand, I am a little bit of an artsy fartsy guy, and I like to tell a good story. And I'm not here just to kick out the same videos I made 4 years ago. There'll be some similarities. You can't take the Brian G out of Brian G. You listen to Bob Dylan, still sounds like Bob Dylan, but I want to move forward, and art is important to me. And so I think, yes, at the end of the day, I've done well on Facebook because, I study just how to create content that's easy to engage with. Anyway. What do I know? I'm just a dude that, I'm just a 13-year-old boy trapped in this old man's body at 57. I'm wearing the Bowie t-shirt, which somehow makes me old, but keeps me young. And this is a good one right here. This is a really great question. The question is, are YouTube Shorts going to cannibalize YouTube, specifically long form content? And what should I do if I've based my channel on long form content, and I see that it's a big deal, Shorts, and I see there's opportunity, but I'm worried about degrading my channel, and what if I push viewers away? This is what I know to be true. When you develop a fan base of people that love what you do, they're not going to give a damn or darn whether or not you publish a short. I promise you. What I also know is that there are a lot of ways right now to use short content in a very smart and passive way, which I'm doing. In fact, this live stream, will probably be a clip, and all I had to do was go live today. So here I am. I'm live with 45 people. I'm talking shop. I'm showing up. I'm live streaming on my channel, which could that cannibalize my channel too? Is that going to push people away? Well, for one thing, absolutely. But if we think it's a bad thing, it's the thing that always happens. People do come and go. Once you reach a critical mass, once you have an audience, a sizable audience, and you're based on a topic, which is the easier path. Absolutely you can do entertainment, but it's a lot harder because you don't have the benefit of being able to do research that reveals the psychology behind what people want in terms of the content that they consume. So yeah, I'm not worried at all about that. And I would encourage anybody to embrace short form in whatever manner they want, whether it's grabbing your phone, filming a bunch of different clips and angles, running around and making a short, or repurposing content in a smart way. Now, that's definitely a video that I'll be making soon. You don't want to cannibalize your long form content and chop it up into shorts. I don't think that's a smart way to move forward. Not something I would do. Because if someone comes to my channel and they are watching shorts and they've seen a few of my videos, see, that's one of the things I know is going to benefit me right now. Think about this. There are different types of creators, hybrid creators. They create shorts, they create long form content, and then the same can be said for viewers. Viewers are consuming shorts, long form content, And for those hybrid viewers, I promise you, this is what's going to happen. They're going to find my shorts on YouTube. They're going to flip right past it. They're not going to think twice. And then one day I'm going to hit it, right? I'm going to publish the right video that's based on what they're interested in. They're going to see a thumbnail. They might know it's me, they might not. But once they click, they're going to, oh yeah, and they're going to think I've seen that guy, and that gives me a little bit of an advantage because they've already seen me and they're curious. So I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, every one of my shorts is targeted to drive views to my long form content. What a powerful strategy that is. Really great way to move forward. I'm not a huge fan of shorts, but I do see the benefit of it. Me too. Like I said, for me, I'm just using the shorts in a way where I don't have to spend too much time with the creation. I can generate 10 to 30 shorts in a 1 hour session, and I'm good for, a month and a half. I can go daily, spend 2 hours on creating shorts in an afternoon. So that's what's pretty cool. You could be a fun garbage man and people would watch your garbage picking videos. Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I think the fact of the matter is, human beings will watch anything that is fun, interesting, and engaging. And the most powerful skill that we have as creators is not losing sight of ourselves. A lot of people are afraid to put themselves out there. A lot of people are afraid of stepping in front of the camera. What are they going to think? I don't want to be judged myself, but I also know this. You're the star of your own movie, right? In your head, you're the leading man or leading woman, and everybody else is a support cast, right? That's just how human nature is. So I'm a little bit in my head when I film videos, but I still move forward because I can edit, I can cut things down, and it's possible. Okay, questions. If you've got a question, feel free to drop it in the comments. I made a series of videos. I think I need a little bit more. I've got everything taped down here. My pal Nick, he's got a brother to help him. It's just me. I actually chatted with Nick the other day. It was awesome to connect, and what an awesome guy. Let's start again. I apologize. I've got a series about my friend's hobby of restoring Gen 1 Camaros. It didn't do well on YouTube. Here's the thing I would say, Patrick. If you've got videos you've published in the past and they didn't do well, doesn't mean you can't do well in the future. Really, and definitely, like, should I publish it to Facebook? Yeah, give it a shot. But what I would say is, number one, if you want to grow on YouTube, really focus on YouTube and focus on storytelling. Focus on, learning how to film. Focus on the things that are found in great pieces of video content, whether it's a movie you're watching, a show on Netflix. And the more you understand those basic things, how to start the video off, how to keep people watching, the more you add your own personality, the more likely over time you will absolutely grow. It takes time, but just because your video didn't do well, especially when it's topic based, don't think you can't make it happen. When I started, I published about 50 videos on getting views, and they would all do, 100 views, 1,000 views, 1,500 views. And we're talking over the course of maybe a year. And then I got to a place where it started coming together. And all of a sudden, I published a video on getting views, and I drove 300,000 views. And then I published another one, and it drove 800,000 views. And I promise you can do the same exact thing. Stay in the game, believe you can make it happen. And when you do that, poof, pixie dust. Hey, okay, now we're talking. Miguel, I wonder if I've seen you on the YouTubes. Am I speaking your language? When are we going to see the version 2 of the beautiful Sony A1 with the 50 megapixel stack CMOS sensor? The ultimate in hybrid cameras. And your question is, I primarily teach photography techniques and review modern cameras. Yeah, okay. I got it. Here we go. So Miguel's got a really great question about really a specific niche, cameras, but it really is the answer. Let's try again. Miguel's got an incredible question on how to grow a niche-based YouTube channel, which is absolutely the easiest. And the thing I would say, Miguel, is yes, absolutely. If you've got a channel that overall is about cameras, and if you're doing reviews like the Sony A1, or if you're reviewing the phones, I see a lot of reviews of phones, and you're thinking vintage cameras, I think that's a great playlist, and it would absolutely go down that road and explore it. And furthermore, if it's something you're really passionate about, do your best to find the joy if you're able to. I don't know what your business model is, how important that is, but when you start something new, it can be really challenging here on YouTube to gain traction. And I've got a photography channel too, actually. And the easiest way to get views is to publish videos about cameras. An easier way to get views, as you probably know, is to talk about cameras that are coming out because there's less competition. And the moment we go into things that are, here's a really big, powerful tip for everybody. Heard a chord. Is, when we start focusing on external things, when it comes to the videos we create, this is an external thing. A diet pill, external thing. Those are a lot easier to drive views around because human beings gravitate towards the path of least resistance. Easy. But when we start talking about things that are not top of mind or require inward a journey, like learning, exploring, trying to figure things out on our own, well, it's a little bit harder. It's harder to talk about how to grow a channel because, we can talk about software, and that's usually a little bit more appealing because it's an external thing. But I think at some point we have to find that joy between what we love talking about and what will also propel our channel forward. And, for me, it's like the photography channel, I can definitely do that, but I know I'm already good at this. So, I went through this crazy period in my life. I'm coming back. It was a 3-year journey, and now I can focus at a higher level over a longer period of time. And I'm looking at, what do I want to communicate that I'm passionate about, and how can I do it in a way that's engaging? At my height, I was publishing some videos that were almost like the video essays, if you've seen those, and they did exceptionally well. I put more time into them, and maybe that's something you can do too. It doesn't have to be essay, it could be vlog format, could be in your studio. But I think there's something really powerful about when people share from the heart based on what they're passionate about, because human beings love to watch people that are excited. So when I talk about my journey and went through this crazy divorce, and that was painful, was not excited. So the likelihood I could publish a great video that took some time and planning and thought, which I didn't have the opportunity to focus long term, so that was out the door. Was I excited? No. But hopefully you can hear a little joy in my voice today, and it's pretty good to be back. Hmm. In our life, Miguel, are you talking about the Sony A1 Mark II? How about the A9 Mark III? You know what? I am such a camera nerd. I have so many and lenses. I like lost it. Speaking about cameras, and 3 camera bodies, Sony's, the A7S III. I'm streaming on the A1. Got the ZVE one over in station number 1. This is station number 2. Also the live stream battle station. But man, photography is beautiful. And one of the things I'm excited about is, for me, even in that time of struggle, I had one of these in my hands, so I'm excited to, push forward. And I know, like, the lighting is better. because I upgraded my lighting. I invested in my studio. Real quick, if you're thinking about promoting your channel, if you're thinking maybe if I do ads, if you're just getting started and you're not seeing traction, I would encourage you to think about upgrading your channel art or upgrading your lighting in your studio. And if your studio is your dining room table, great, get a small light. Or maybe think about getting a small camera. This is a very expensive full frame camera, but something like a ZVE1, there's a Mark 1 and 2, really great. Investing in your channel is the way to go. Another question. Hey, Miguel, good luck to you on your photography channel from one photographer to another. The plant-powered runner has an amazing question here. And the question really pertains to how long should you wait when it comes to changing the title and the thumbnail of your YouTube video? Fact of the matter is, often you can redeem a video that's performing poorly, and I will experiment in real time live as I'm publishing in the morning. I know that my audience is typically active viewing. The weekends are amazing because they have more time. And so as I'm seeing a video, if it's not performing, I will absolutely change it right away. But at some point, you need to let a video breathe. And I also want to mention that I think far too many creators get far too hung up on a thumbnail and a title. And brother, listen, that ain't it. Sister, if you can hear me, can I please get a hallelujah? Because nothing is more powerful than the topic of your video and the messaging behind the thumbnail. Your thumbnail doesn't have to be pretty. I created horrible thumbnails back in the day that drove 400,000 views, 1.9 million views. But you know what was on point? The messaging. The messaging is creating a title that stops people. One of my videos was stop uploading. Like the how to grow your channel was the title. And the thumbnail had 2 words, stop uploading. And you know what that did? That made people stop the scroll. They're on their phones. Everybody's on their phone today. They're doing this. I should stop to grow my, what? That's different. That's unique. And that video got enough clicks. And then furthermore, they watched enough of the video. So yes, you can grow. You can change your video title and your thumbnail, but never lose sight of where you're at in your journey. And if you're really not driving, 1,000 views per video within a day, I would look forward more than looking backwards. I think there's a danger in that, because the success that I want, it sure as heck is not coming from my catalog. Now, you might be in a place where you're driving thousands of views, and then it definitely makes sense. But I just wanted to put that out there. Patrick Hill has got another question about thumbnails. The question is, does it make sense? Is it necessary to put text on a thumbnail? The answer to this question is always the same, and it's really based, again, on the messaging. I'm so excited to be back. I hope I can bring this message to the masses. I hope people can hear this. This is, for me, this was one of the reasons why I wanted to come back, is because this perspective matters to me. And I see a lot of people getting it confused. It's not a pretty thumbnail. It's the messaging that's captured in your video title and in your thumbnail. So your title might be how to make the most amazing souffle. And then you might be like, throw out the recipe. You might say something that's really jarring, because that is going to create people to stop. So, test it out. And you want to focus on creating a really compelling, is the word I've always used. You want to create a compelling message, and you can do that with 1 or 2 things. One, you've got a video title to work with, and you also have a thumbnail, and you can add text to your thumbnail. So typically I do, because it just makes it a little bit easier for me to craft and create a message that is a really strong message, really sends, captivates the audience, and so on. So Think about that. Hopefully you found that helpful. Okay. I'm like, oh, is that all the questions? And there's a bunch more here. Many thanks, says Miguel. Brother, you are more than welcome. I think I've probably seen your videos. Your face looks familiar. Okay, my friend. Is uploading more. We've got an old subscriber. Now, a lot you may not know, but I used to spell more wrong, Moar. And anyway, let's get to this question. Is publishing more good because it boosts you in the algorithm, or is it because you gain more experience? Yeah. Okay. When it comes to quality or quantity, should you publish more videos to move forward? How exactly can you trigger that algorithm? When you're in a place where you know your videos could be better, then the thing to think about is yes, absolutely. Your videos will dramatically improve when you publish often because everything you become used to it. You're accustomed to it. You know exactly where the camera is. You know how strong the lighting should be. Like right now, I'm looking at this big softbox. I've got my little aperture remote control. It's at 61. I'm comfortable in this setting. I've live streamed here many times, and yet I continue to tweak things, and I'm getting more comfortable, and that's reflected in a higher level of content. So the answer is really, it's super powerful to do both. Publish a lot of videos, especially early, and then at some point, you want to slow down and you want to polish. You want to catch your breath. I went 56 days in a row, and I'm talking about making videos that took, on average, 4 hours to maybe seven hours, 8 hours a day. So I was pretty much working daily for 56 days, and I tripled my views. Now there's a price to pay in that you cannot sustain that long term. And I'm talking to my pal Nick Nimmin, and he mentions, just pace yourself, please. I know how you are. And I'm kind of pulling back a little bit now. I've returned, I've uploaded 4 or 5 videos, and now I'm planning to release something that matters to me and will have more impact for people that dig what I do. So that, I think, for me is the sweet spot between more videos or quality videos. At a certain point, everybody graduates and we catch our breath, and we just strive to publish a really good video. And then at the same time, now and then, going daily can be a fun exercise, but one that is not sustainable, and definitely be careful. PJ has a question here. How can you move forward and capture and create a travel video that really grabs people's attention? I think the best advice that I would give you is that I think the more you really think about the locations that you're going to be traveling to, and the more you plan, and the more you just do your best to crush fear, if that is something you face in terms of filming in public, do that. Now, actually, I've done that 3 or 4 times in the last couple months. And one of the things I did is I remember I was using this camera and I was filming all the time. I was filming in super slow motion, and I had my girlfriend holding this camera as I drove through this beautiful forest through the Rocky Mountains. So I was driving slow, and the result was super slow motion. It looked like gimbal, just really going slow past this fall foliage. It wasn't the best technical video quality. It was super high, but it wasn't gimbal. But you know what? That was an opportunity that was captured. And one of the things that I think we can get a little, I think this is something we can go a little too far in, is striving for the most beautiful cinematic. And you'll get there by filming a lot. And it means you're going to not use a bunch, but when you do that, you're going to have a ton of footage. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, when it comes to travel videos, is if you are fearful of speaking in public, don't. You don't have to. Thing is we have the magic of video content creation at our disposal, right? So you can have tons of content and then you can come back to your studio where you feel a little safer. It's still intimidating, but you can assemble all this footage. You can find the beautiful pieces. You can pull it together, edit a beautiful video, and tell a great story. And this is what I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. When you do that and you do it again, and you don't get the results you want, but you have the audacity and the tenacity to course forward and stake your claim by hitting that publish button one more time, you will find your way and you will publish a video and you will go, huh, I just drove 5,000, 10,000 views. And then a year later, you'll be driving views you could only imagine if you're just getting started. So keep going. And here's the other thing. You don't have to be perfect on YouTube. A lot of YouTube creators are afraid to show their personality. They might not, they're sort of afraid on so many different levels. One, because it's scary, but the fact of the matter is, it's also the thing that humanizes us, and people often get attached to that human element. So know that you might be weird or awkward, and people, it's a little intimidating, but that's okay because you can course forward. And over time, you will find your tribe. It always happens. I've seen it again and again. The thing that stops people is themselves, and they just don't do it enough. It is ridiculous to think that anybody can come into this space that is mature. We are no longer in the broadcast era. YouTube, broadcast yourself. That ain't it. We're past that. People have the best equipment. They know how to use it, and that's the part that matters, right? They know how to communicate on camera. They're not up in their head as often. I still get really up in my head when I film, but I just work through it. I will stop and start and stop and start, but I know that's part of the process, and I know I can cut that out. And I know if I keep trying, I can probably piece together a beautiful video, and so can you. G-Man, glad you're back. Just dropping in to hit the like button while the edit is cycling. Dude, Waylon, way to smash the publish button. Nice work, brother. Dig it. We'll be right back after I smash the publish button. Can I get a hallelujah for those that are brave enough to make it happen? I dig it. If people change thumbnails, that's not good. I report that as fake issues. If people change thumbnails, that's not good. I mean, honestly, my friend, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think people are just trying to find something that will make it easy for people to connect to their videos. But, you get to decide, what makes sense to you. But for me, not a big deal. Never change thumbnails. Yeah, I change them. Like if I work on a video for, 20 hours, which I've done, and I think I can improve the performance of a video, I'll definitely change the thumbnail. And, mad respect to you. You get to decide, how you want to course forward. But those are my thoughts. Hey, Ken, what's happening? Ken's got a really great question. When is the best time to upload? Ken has got a great question. When is the best time to upload and publish a short or long form video? And what I would say is definitely it's early in the morning, especially if your audience is in the United States. And if it's not, just look at where your audience lives and publish in the morning. And over time, you'll see in your analytics that is the most popular time for most viewers. I see it on almost all the channels in my niche: YouTube growth, how to make videos, leveraging the power of YouTube. I remember releasing videos back in the day, and I covered that question. And I released the video at about 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I knew that the video would hit. There would just be some very, very early risers rising, And then an hour or two later, other people would be waking up. And as they were waking up, there's my brand new video waiting for them. And what do people do on Sunday? A lot of people go to church, but also a lot of people, they stay home, they relax, they sip coffee and watch YouTube, and they're in a state of relaxation. So that's a really great time to publish and release videos. I'll also mention publish videos when they're ready. If you're just getting started, publish your first 4 or 5 and then start optimizing things like when's the best time. Because at the end of the day, that is not the thing that'll get you what you really want. What you really want to focus on is things like storytelling, how to communicate a powerful message in your title, in your thumbnail that drives clicks. When you start nailing that with things like video editing as well, when you really focus on the core content, that is when the views will start really driving some serious views. Yeah. Simply Inspired mentions, I want to publish more, but I also want to publish something I'm proud of, something that has more of an artistic quality. And I think, honestly, the best place to be on YouTube is find the place in the middle of those things that works for you and also works for YouTube. Spending more than, say, 2 weeks on a video is probably not a good idea for most YouTubers unless you have a massive audience and unless you've published a number of videos that have exceptional watch time and you can keep people watching for a long time, then spend 3 weeks. Do a video essay that's 20 minutes long on, the history of the YouTube algorithm or the history of soccer or football or culinary in restaurants or whatever excites you. But I think for most YouTubers, it's 4 minute to 12-minute videos that they spend a number of days on, a week on, and they publish. That's kind of the sweet spot. Hey, Chantel, it's nice to see you. Awesome. Good to have you here. Oh my God, this is so funny. This isn't a real stream. This is AI. Brother, if this was AI, I don't think I could have answered your question. Think about that. I'm not sure if you're still here. Oh boy. Oh Lord. Lordy, lordy, lordy. What happens on these YouTube streets? Here we are, hitting the streets hard. In the age of AI, content generation, whatever happened to YouTube when it was people, good people with hearts and personalities, creating content that resonated with their tribe? And now it's just been reduced down to a bunch of robots. Whatever happened to YouTube? San Francisco. No, I'm not in San Francisco. I'm in Colorado, and life is good. And yeah, I mentioned something about San Francisco, I think on this stream. The Artist Haven, nice to have you back. What's going down? Gourmet dinner, hot dogs. You're so funny. Oh my goodness. Nothing is more fun and underappreciated, or I should say a better word is underexpected or not expected than YouTube community. If you're excited about YouTube, but you're just getting started and you're not sure if you can make it happen, if you're a little terrified and you're thinking about those views, what I want to let you know is nothing is more rewarding than you really, when you, but when you really get to know people, right? When you can connect with them, when you see the same people leaving comments or showing up to live streams, that is such an incredible experience. And then when you meet with those people in real life, because I know once in a while I leave my studio, I move out of the house, I head out of the house. It's just really cool, like going to conferences and whatnot. Such a cool thing. Love the studio. Nice cat to catch you live. Hope you are well. Stacy, I'm doing really well. Thank you so much. Appreciate the props on the studio. I can't tell you how much time I have spent. I'm actually one of the videos I'll probably release is going to be like a vlogging video, how to vlog when you're fearful of talking in front of people out in public and whatnot. And I'll do it in here and I'll talk about how to, use a lot of footage you film outside. And I'm kind of excited to show off the studio because like this corner over here, I used to have it where I was sitting down at a desk, but when I record videos, there's no question I'm in my element. I'm at the highest level of delivery, which is the most important thing on YouTube when I'm standing. And I've done a few videos where I am standing. I used to stand right over here in this corner and kind of shoot back that way. And that was solid and I could probably make that happen. But now I'm going to be back over in that corner and I've got cool shelving and studio's coming along. It takes a long time, anybody watching that has a small space or hardly any space, you can improve things over time, but it does take time and it does take thought and energy to pull it together. And literally, I haven't done anything in 8 months, but I can't tell you how many times I've ripped apart the studio. Like literally, I've done it a bunch of times just in the last few days because I want to stand. I'm looking for certain angles, and the more you think about that, the more you're going to get to a place where all of a sudden it's just where you work. You show up, you're really comfortable, you like how it looks, the views are popping, and once you enter that space, it's rare air because it's kind of like where you create your art, whether that's art to connect with a huge audience, whether it's art that connects with gamers, whether you talk about painting, drawing, or cooking, or whatever the case may be, but you become, that YouTuber that is just in the zone. And that takes some time, but I gotta tell you, it's really a beautiful thing. So I've been working extra hard and spending time on that because I want to be able to film often in a few locations. Like the live stream now is I just love how you can see the desk. I love how I'm not like totally up in your face. I think it looks nice, and that's important to me because when I look at it and I'm happy, then it's easier for me to be excited and push out that positive energy that people resonate with online. And it's not forced and it's not fake. And I see a lot of that. It bums me out. Fortitude, yes, absolutely. Personality is I really need to make this video on, where we're at right now with YouTube because that word personality is interesting. Um, the way people are crafting and creating content today, many are doing their best to remove personality, which makes me sad because when someone has an opportunity to see you for who you are, they might not like you. And if they don't like you, they're not going to watch and subscribe. So the best way to improve retention is to remove the personality. And this makes me sad because this is YouTube, where once the slogan was broadcast yourself. And it was about, anybody in their home sharing what they're passionate about and just putting it out there and being themselves and being weird and funny and serious and strange. And somehow we lost sight of that. And that makes me sad. Man, it's so cool to see all the cool kids. Walk on the wild side, according to Lou Reed. The thing I always appreciated about Lou Reed is that he changed his thumbnails often. uh, hey, Sea Prince, what's going on? Are you the friend that's leaving me the comments with the little paw prints? If you are, it's nice to see you. I think you might be. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. All those comments. It's hard to keep everybody straight. Simply inspired, my analytics say most of my viewers are on at 7 a.m. So I upload at 6 a.m. So there it is. Yep, exactly. Publish in the morning. And just know that that ain't it when it comes to getting views. It can help. It's smart, it's strategic. But if your video doesn't captivate, if your video doesn't entertain and educate, inspire, or do multiple of those things, then it's hard to make it. It's hard to make it happen. Here we go. I love it that you guys, Waylon, you must watch my pal Nick Nimmin, because a lot of you are dropping the cues for your questions, and that makes it easy for me. So I'm going to remember that. I borrow a lot from Nick. He's such a good dude. I cut my long form into shorts. How many shorts should you post a day? I would just do one short a day. And here's the thing, my friend. When you do that, I shouldn't do this, but most people won't see this stream. We've been live for an hour. Don't just take your long form and cut it up. What I would do is go back, look at a video you published a month ago, look at your average view duration. Are you getting this? This is powerful if you're watching. And if the average view duration is 4 minutes, then start clipping your shorts after 4 minutes, because most people haven't seen that content. But what I don't want happening is I don't want someone that watches shorts, comes to my long form, and all of a sudden they see content that they watched on a short and they click off. That just hurt my retention. It just hurt my watch time. And I might have lost the kind of view that I need in order to move forward. So do that, my friend. I physically and mentally can't get enough videos done a week. It's so hard. Every 2 weeks is the best, but I'm trying to post every 10 days now. You know what? Homekeeping channel, when it comes to publishing, I am so glad you mentioned this. It's really easy right now in the age of content pipeline. It's not even videos, it's content. Everything is referred to as content. And YouTube just wants more, more, more. And the idea is just publish, publish, publish. And you have people like me saying, you can learn so much, publish, publish, publish. But also, like, we're human beings. And if you can't do that and you struggle to get out one video every 2 weeks, then that's where you're at. And honor that and be like, hey, I'm creating something that matters. I'm publishing good videos and I can get better. And then I love what you mentioned, instead of trying to do one a week and going from one video every other week to a video every week, that's double the workload. So go every 12 days or every 10 days. And even better is maybe just be like, hey, I'm going to make a great video and release it. If it's done on Wednesday, I'll release it Thursday morning. If it's done on Friday, I'll release it Saturday or Sunday morning. And I think that's a really great place to be. And the other thing I'll say is, over time, there are a lot of ways to simplify the process. Another video I'm working on is on AI, and I'm using AI, and I guarantee it'll never be reflected in what my viewers watch. It will always be Brian G. It'll be my ideas and my thoughts, but definitely I can use some cool tools to create some animations that make my videos better. I can use some cool tools to overcome a bottleneck. For me has been thumbnails. So why not? There are a lot of tools that can help us simplify. And once we start making money, we can hire an editor. So amazing, do the best you can when it comes to publishing. And it's really impossible to go at full speed all the time, nonstop. It is absolutely the thing that human beings can't do. And yet it's the thing we keep hearing about all the time. Content. You go into YouTube, it's content. It's not videos. There used to be the analytics tab, right? There's the videos tab, and then that became content. And it's just, there's an appetite for content, and it's tossed out like it's disposable. That's one of the things I really don't like about YouTube, is about how we think about content as just more and more and more. What about when we make something that matters, something that is artistic, something that speaks to people, something that matters for us, something that we spent time on? That's what art is all about, you know? So I think we need to find that happy medium. And more important is I need a drink. Could Brian do a max headroom? Why is that? You know, someone mentioned max headroom in a coaching call yesterday. Maybe one day through the help of AI. There's a lot of interesting things that we can do. You know what I mean? Deep fake, you could use deep fake in a really fun way that isn't wrong or bad, but it could make for a heck of a cool video. A lot of neat things happening out there. Brian in the wild. I'm a live stream junkie. And you're right. Meeting Nick and Dee, Doug, Travis, Rob Wilson have been the best experience of my life. I've been blessed. Yeah, I think, you know, the thing is like when you really love something and you get to meet and come together with other people that love that thing as much as you do, it's special. It's meaningful. It's like, these are my people. This is my tribe. I belong. And human beings, we have a need to belong. So it's pretty awesome. You know, and I'm a live stream junkie too. And another thing I want to share when it comes to really capturing the attention of viewers on YouTube, again, the easiest way to do that is to immerse yourself in your subject. So I've been watching YouTube, my own stuff, other people's stuff, the culture of YouTube right now, where we're at, what's good, what's bad. And that makes me dangerous because I can publish a video that is kind of, you know, cutting edge for me. And I'm up when it comes to the news and what's happening. And that is without question the most powerful thing that we can do to increase views. Hey, Johnny, what's happening, brother? Johnny, you got too much personality, just like me, brother man. Come on now. Personality, walk personality. What? How does it go? I'd cue up Alexa, and now she's going to light up over there. She was really giving me a hard time this morning. Every morning, check this out. This is how determined I am right now. Every morning there's a message that I need to check tube filter. You see where I'm going? Because that way there might be something that's popping and I want to know about it. Because another easy way to get a lot of views is to be first with news. When people don't know what you're talking about, they're going to watch longer. Even if your video sucks, people will watch longer. So Alexa tells me every morning, you know, hey, did you check tube filter? Alexa, thank you. You can be quiet now.
Absolutely. Happy to help. Hope you enjoyed your Thursday.
It's been great, Alexa. You're the best. Oh my God. Johnny, it's good to see you, brother. Hey, gang, I'm going to roll out of here. It was really fun hanging out with you. Appreciate you so very much. Keep moving forward. Keep believing that you can make it happen. You can. If I can make it happen, you know, anybody can make it happen. Stay true to you. Don't lose sight of what matters more than YouTube in your life. And, you know, smash the publish button. You dig? Peace, power, and pixie dust.